Rise and grind. What's going on, dog family? What it do? What it do? How's everybody feeling this morning, man? Top of the morning. I hope nobody's out to a late start. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's tuning in, make sure y'all get y'all something to eat. Before all that, make sure that y'all say a prayer first before y'all even get the day busting, you know what I'm saying? But furthermore, you feel me? Make sure y'all get something to eat. Put something on your stomach, you know what I'm saying? Get that mind pumping. Straight up, though. Top of the top, the tip top. Rise and grind, unique. What's going on, my brother? We can't hear. Oh, no, we can. We can now.
My fault. You can hear me now?
Yeah. What's going on, man?
Ain't shit, man. You know, same old crap, different day, different toilet. Man, I seen you last night doing your little interview. Okay.
Yeah,
How you
man,
doing?
that was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Wolf Pit. You know what I'm saying? The homie man, Book Bullies had his exclusive interview, just enlightening y'all on how he has come to the dog game himself. So if y'all ain't get to check out the interview, it is posted on the Wolf Pit page. But nevertheless, man, rise and grind, dog family. It's your dog Bam,
Hey, you already know it's unique.
and this is the Bully Breakfast Club where y'all come and get the hottest plate when it comes to that dog world. You know what I'm saying?
The
Anything
hottest.
y'all got, any questions y'all have, feel free to ask them. Engage with us in the comments. Engage with us with the question bubble. And if you got time today, you can always hit that request button and get active live. You know what I'm saying? This is
Not
the
just
Bully
today.
Breakfast Club. Let's eat.
Not
What
just
you say, brother?
today. No, I'm saying not just today. You know what I'm saying? That we love when y'all interact with us. You feel me? Because it gives us something to actually always talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not just only just speaking off freely. Like, yeah, we have a lot of things that we can speak about, but, you know, we want everybody to be, you know, everyone to have their questions answered and to be able to engage, because we know that some of y'all are not internet savvy. There's nothing wrong with it.
I need some breakfast this morning, man.
What?
I'm trying to eat my cereal.
So how's everything with you? I know you had dropped a lid a couple weeks ago, didn't
Yeah, hell yeah, man. We dropped a litter a couple weeks ago. We just dropped one over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's been busy. I got one litter over here. Bully Breed has the other litter over there. So, you know, we just in a fast-paced race, man. We working. We got two more litters from the top with the Frenchies. And, you know, anybody's interested in the Frenchies, make sure y'all hit Bully Breed up, man. You got all varieties, all flavors from Merrill to tries to chocolates to Brenda. You know what I'm saying? Bully Breed is crashing right now, man.
you? So y'all doing some shit right now, huh?
Nah, for real though, bro. It's been going down, man. Straight up. But what's
So
going
that's
on,
what's up.
man? Somebody out there, you know what I'm saying? Request a live, man. What, you know
I
what I'm saying?
seen you.
Got a hot topic.
I seen we got a special guest today.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my dog Anthony with the Exotic Network. He will be tuning in about an hour. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They've been making a lot of noise with their network. You know what I'm saying? All pertaining to the bully industry as well. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely gonna put us up on game on what's going on in his section as well, man. So y'all better stay tuned, man. 10 o'clock is going up. The Exotic Network will be on the Bully Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be lit. I'm definitely interested in seeing that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be a great one.
Yes,
Top of the
sir.
morning, bro.
Roger Grind,
I
bro.
love it.
Let them know where you coming from, who you represent.
Rack on the Bullies. You heard me, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
What's happening, my bro? Roger Grind.
Representing Syndicate. I can't forget that. You know
Mind,
what I'm saying?
bro.
We up and coming.
What's on
What
your
y'all got?
mind?
Oh, man, you know, I tap in with y'all, bro. You know, a lot of people, I don't know if they be scared to tap in. Shit, I'd be the first one to tap in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you just trying to open it up, man. Hey, look, if you
Open up. I don't know what the
gotta have something on your mind, bro, you want me?
I don't know what the topic is. I don't know what y'all, you know what I'm
You
saying?
you make your own topic. I got some topics, but I be trying to open up the dog game. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, don't really
Top of the
be
morning, fellas. Top of the morning.
rise and grind, my bro.
Not
Let them
funny.
know who you are, who you represent, where you calling in from.
It's 50 white bullies in Houston, White, Texas. It's Rag G.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on this morning, my bro?
Man, nothing much. I just want to touch on the topic of what is nano. You know, I feel like the bully community need to come out with a standard. What is nano? Because everybody can't say they have nano, and these dogs
Nano
don't
10
reach
inches
nano.
and under. It's 10 inches and under. That's what they
It's
say.
not.
So
That's
shit.
what they say. But I've never been to a show where they call, "Hey, let's put the nanos in the ring. Let's put the nanos on the table." It doesn't
Yeah,
have a standard.
they got that. They got whole nano shows.
I've never been to,
Hey,
and I go to a lot of shows.
they got categories like best nano and stuff like that.
Hell
I
yeah, they got
understand.
that at every
I haven't
show.
seen
I
that yet. Like
understand the
on my
question
side,
he's
I go to a
asking.
lot of shows
I
down here. I
understand
go
what
to
he's
all the
saying.
rumbles and the jungles and shit like that.
But I got
But I never seen a standard put out for nanos.
we just had nano wars in Atlanta too.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
No, it
nano
wasn't
wars.
I
Atlanta. It was
seen that,
the
but
Carolinas.
I still haven't
Carolinas.
seen like we got a standard for the micros, 13 inches and under, but I never seen a standard for the nanos.
Well, the nanos, what I'm understand is 9 and under. You know what I'm saying? It got to be under 10.
Yeah, it got to be
Asian
under
boys
10. Yeah, that's what I was saying. 9 and under.
10 to 12 is a micro.
Right.
I'm saying
Yeah.
be 9 and under, to my understanding. But
So okay.
they having categories for nanos, brother.
I still haven't seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I go to a lot of shows on the south side, you know,
What show?
Texas, Louisiana, Dallas.
What show
You know,
have you been to?
you said what?
What shows have you been to?
I've been to Rumble in the Jungle. I've been to the Jubilee show. I've been to
Jamboree.
yeah, the Jamboree show. I've been to a few shows. I've been to Kicking It in the Boot, you know.
Okay.
So I've been to a few shows, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of these dogs that they say are nano or not nano. A lot of people scared to put that wicked on their dogs.
I believe you when you say that. A lot of people will sit back and scream micro, and it ain't micro.
Yeah, it don't even be micro.
Right.
You know, a lot of people scared to put that wicked on their dog.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Why you feel that they scared to do that, bro? They try to hide that truth.
I feel like if the truth was to come out on the size of these dogs, and these dogs still be small. Let's be real, but it's not what they advertise it to be.
Everybody wants their dog to be smaller than it actually is. They want it smaller than it actually is.
Yeah.
It will be false advertisement at that point, you know?
Yes, sir.
If I say that I got a 9-inch bull and we put that wicked on his back and he 11 inches, you know what I'm saying? That's false advertisement.
Saying, bro.
Nigga they hit you with the Fumbarooski.
Yeah. And to me, honestly,
the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Dog, that's small, bro. That's still small. 11 inches.
Any dog that's like 12 and under, that's a small dog.
That's still a small dog.
Yeah, that's a small dog for sure.
That's an impressive dog, bro.
What you were saying, though.
Well, listen, 12 inches is a small dog, bro. You talking about a ruler length?
Yeah.
A ruler.
That's a small dog, bro. You know?
You feel me?
Like, I don't understand why people have this false sense of, you know, I don't want to measure my dog. I don't want to put my dog on the wiki. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
That's what the game led them. The game led them to that now. Nano. So it's like, oh, your shit 12 inches. Your shit 11. That ain't nano.
Man, look,
I ain't gonna lie. Like I always say this, bro. I promise you, that word nano just came about. You feel me? It was never in play, nothing like that, bro. 4 years ago, bro. Nano's never even real. That word never existed. It was just micros.
Yeah.
Nah,
so just
hold on.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say that because 3 years ago I seen what they used to call a shorty bull, and these dogs was real small, but they were full grown.
Shorty bull, right? But that's a shorty bull. That's a own class,
own breed of dog.
But then again, that dude on the Twins, he posted something. The dude on Two Face and Drama, he posted something where he called them nano like 3 years ago. I don't know if he typed it up or if he did some
That
shit, but
dog
he
is not
showed some
like
shit where
that.
he said nano like
Yeah,
3
look,
years
you hear,
ago.
That
you
dog
hear
is
what bro
not
said? That
like
dog is
that.
not like
That
that.
dog
No,
is
I ain't talking
not
about
like
the
that.
dog. I'm talking about what he said.
It don't matter.
I'm
That
talking
dog
about
was
he
never in
called his dogs
that
nano like 3 years
that
ago.
dog was
I don't
never
know.
in that classification.
You know, I
That's
don't know about
different.
them
I
dogs. I ain't never seen them in
heard that
person.
3 years ago, but whenever I saw a short bully, it was a shorty bull.
Yeah, I remember.
Right,
I
yeah, I
That's
know
remember
about
seeing
different.
them when I used to
They
go to
got like
Dallas
a
and
they
shit
got
like that. You know.
Oh, that shows.
say it
And I
again.
remember it was a white woman that had it
Jamie
was
Sweet.
who.
Jamie Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know what her name was, but I remember it was a white woman and she was winning shows with the little
It was
motherfucker. For
the creator of them.
So, all right, so basically you saying that isn't a nano, or are you saying that's the
Nah,
shorty?
that wouldn't be
I don't
considered a nano
consider it
because
nothing.
a shorty bull is his own breed. You can look,
Yeah, I don't
you could go
consider
out,
it
you
nothing.
could type in shorty bulls on Craigslist and it'll pop up nothing but shorty bulls. You could buy one just like that, you know.
I ain't know that.
They nano height like they
They
9 inches.
They small, they
Honestly,
small.
me, I've never measured a shorty bull, so I can't tell you if it's a
They don't
nano, a
look like
micro. I know
they
they're
don't look like
micros.
nanos though.
They are micros. I can tell you that
Yeah,
for
they micro for
guarantee.
sure, but they don't look like
No cap.
nanos from what I seen them.
So
Yeah,
what
they
is
ain't no.
so what are we? Nano, first of all, is the height.
Right.
Yeah,
That's the
I understand
yeah.
that, but you
that's
just
a
asked
height.
if a shorty bull is nano height, but a shorty bull isn't. That's what I'm saying. A couple years
Yeah,
ago, bro,
nano is
So
a
what?
nano,
height, but
A height.
the
nano
bully
never
community
existed.
still haven't put out a standard for nano. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nano,
Nano
that
is
word
nine
nano.
No
inches. That's the
standard.
standard. It's 9 inches and under. That's
But
the
who's
basic
okay?
standard.
But who's to say that nano's 9 inches, bro? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who made this up
You
to
see what
say
I'm
that?
saying? It's no
Right,
standard.
right, right.
It
Everybody
never.
going
It
off
was
their
never.
own shit. Like
It
when you
was
got
never
micro
a
class,
thing.
you know what a micro class is because the bully community have put out the standard for it. Whether it's ABR, ABKC, or UKC, they have put out a standard for it. You know?
No, definitely understand that. But what me personally, like I said, bro, I've never like the word nano. It's just a newer form, like like, and I ain't knocking how like how some people use it, but it's just wordplay. That's all it is. It's just
I don't
wordplay.
see.
It's
I don't see
different.
it necessary to make no standard though. I ain't gonna cap.
You said what?
I don't see it necessary to make no standard.
Nah, it's definitely necessary to make a standard
I
because if you
don't.
don't make a standard, then you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people getting false shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a lot of people getting false shit. You don't put a standard on it.
See, if you put a standard on it, it ain't gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? That's why our
It's
game
gonna
different.
you
Cause
look.
we,
You
cause
put up.
we
You
ain't got
put
no standard.
when you
We
put a
gonna turn
standard
into
on
this
it. It's
other
gonna make
shit,
a
letting
lot
them
of
people
people.
put standards on it and shit. It's gonna just turn into something we don't want.
Nah, when you put a standard on it, it's gonna make people. It's gonna make people really go in the lab and really do their dogs the right way.
So let me ask you this real quick, brother. Whenever you say put a standard on it, are you saying like we gotta put a standard on the height?
A standard on the height, the weight, because it's nano. It gotta be a standard on the height and the weight of the dog.
Okay. What weight limit do you feel like it should exceed?
You said what?
What weight limit do you feel like that particular standard shouldn't exceed in a nano?
A nano shouldn't be no more over 25 pounds.
No more than a quarter.
No more than a quarter.
All right,
Okay.
now
No more than a quarter.
what if
For
you
a
got
dog to
one?
be that small, 25 pounds, that'll be a good dog. Like that dog just came from China. I don't know who owned him or whatever. But
Yeah, my bro own that dog. My bro own that dog.
you know who I'm talking about, the chocolate one?
Yeah, hell yeah, I know who you talking about.
Okay.
His name American Freedom. Man.
Yeah, if I would
He
say
20
anything
pounds.
would be nano, from what I see from pictures, he is nano.
Now he a super nano though. Like Clee say, he a super nano, bro. He got like see that it'll really
He
go
still got
on and
muscle
on about this
tone. He
shit.
still got structure, and
Cause
still got a nice size headpiece for that small frame.
yeah.
And I know that dog is no heavier than 25 pounds.
Nah, he 20 pounds.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What Two Tap Pharaoh says, what if the dog is extreme though?
You gonna call it extreme nano?
That was
Like,
I was about to say the same thing. What if he the same
like
height?
the word
What if he
like
8 or 9 inches and he 35 pounds? You said 25 pounds. What if he 35 pounds, but he 8 inches though? He's still nano. That weight shit don't make no sense.
Man, that weight shit gotta make sense though, cause
It don't.
it's just like back in the day they had pocket, they had extreme pocket. You know what I'm saying?
I think that it'll make it more extreme define on what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How exaggerated the features are and stuff like that will classify as an
That
extreme.
will classify as extreme and how exaggerate the features is.
So
Right, but
not the weight.
But it would still be held accountable in that particular class as long as it doesn't exceed a quarter.
You see what
in
Brad
weight.
says? You see what Brad says?
Yeah.
No other class has weight limits. Micro pocket standards have no weight limits. So
I
therefore,
told you it don't make sense to make a weight limit.
it don't make it. I don't know, man. That word nano, it could be a real touch.
Hey, I feel like you only, you know, I don't feel like they would sit back and just overlook it. I honestly feel like it'll take a while to perfect that standard, though, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, but it gotta be done, though. It gotta be done, bro.
Yeah, I agree with Trim said. You can have a small dog and still weigh more than 25 pounds for sure.
It gotta be done. It gotta be some type of standard put on that shit.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like that, I got a small dog and he's 33 pounds. That doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? Just because he's over 25 pounds, I mean that he's not, according to everybody, a nano. I don't know. Like my dog is.
He a nano. He a nano unique. If he 8 or 9 inches, that dog is a nano. I don't give a fuck if he 80 pounds. He an 80-pound nano.
Man, even if they, I don't know.
The weight,
my dog is small.
I mean, all dogs gonna weigh different. Like
yeah, all dogs gonna weigh different.
You'll have a 12-pound. You'll have 2 12-inch dogs that just weigh 5-pound differential. You know what I'm saying?
I got that. It's a very, very touchy.
Yeah, that's a very touchy subject. I just want to touch on it because I know for sure I'll be going to the show and people be claiming their dogs be nanos.
Your phone muted, play.
I know these dogs be 12 inches, bro. I know these dogs be 12 inches, bro.
I definitely understand what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? You brought on a great question. You know, it'll just be something, if that's, I feel like it'll be held on accountable. This, like, it'll be a person's vision, you know? You know what I'm saying? You post them.
Hey, your phone, I think you're covering the mic, play, man.
What's that?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Y'all can hear you.
All right, my fault. Basically, what I was saying was I feel like that's a good vision to have. That's a good goal to set because there are a lot of people that want to perfect a small dog with exaggerated features that don't, you know, really go over a certain weight limit or a height. Honestly, I feel like to breed as long as you small dogs. I feel like it is a goal that you can achieve. But nevertheless, bro, let's change the channel. I got a question that's been on my mind heavy, y'all. And I just want to know if anybody else has ever heard this in life. So since we talking about breeding and consistency, let's just say this. Have y'all ever took y'all female to a male, okay? And y'all got puppies off of that. Now, y'all repeat that same breeding, okay? Now, before I say anything about this next breeding, I gotta ask y'all this. Do y'all feel like whenever a male semen is, you know, inseminated in a female, that female holds this particular bloodline within, I don't want to say like no memory bank or nothing like that, but do you feel like, let's just say you had a devil spit female and you take a bait male to her, do you feel like they hold some type of a bait gene inside of them? So if they do ever hit another bait dog outside of the dog they already hit, like the dogs might come out stronger in the bait. You know what I'm saying? Or
like a line breeding?
No, like it's not a line. I'm saying, like, do y'all feel like a female holds any type of bait genetics once
you breed it to a bait male?
Unless it's hung. Unless the papers is hung.
See it again, play man?
Nah, I was saying, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you better not. Yeah, we give you good show.
I'm asking, is there any way that a female holds the genetics of that bait dog that it once hit and dropped puppies? And if you take it to another bait dog, like those puppies will be stronger of that bait blood. Now, I'm not saying it's a line breed or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, does the female hold some type of bait blood in her since a bait dog hit her? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, but she don't got no bait on her pedigree though.
Nah.
Genetic.
Nah, I'm
DNA
gonna
makeup.
disagree with that. I don't.
But did a bait son hit her or a bait grandson? Like.
Nah, I'm just saying bait blood interacted with her and they had puppies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Do
no.
you feel like
He basically said if he bred his double spit bitch to a bait son, do you feel like the female will hold any bait gene because he bred it to a bait
right?
son?
The only thing
I'm
that
gonna
he gonna
disagree.
hold.
I don't think genetics work like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Only thing she gonna hold from him, from whatever, is from the stud. That's it. And whatever she push up, everything else is made of a DNA makeup.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think genetics work like that.
I was just told like back in the day, like if whatever dog that you hit, like it holds a little piece of the genetics of the dog. So no matter what you hit, you know what I'm saying, it'll have, if that same bloodline comes back in contact with your dog, like, you know what I'm saying, it'll
Look,
produce
I got
better.
a question.
So don't
Only way,
nobody
only way that could happen is unless if the papers was hung.
Look,
Nah,
I see people say this like this.
I'm not
Look,
talking about no pedigree or nothing like that. I'm just saying, do you feel like the woman absorbs any type of bait genetic after a bait dog hits her?
Mm-mm.
I feel like she
No.
I feel like she might.
No, I
Hell no.
don't.
Okay,
I don't.
explain why. Okay, hold on. Explain why you feel like
Okay, all right, hold on. Leo with the dog said, that's what I'm saying right there. He said, I heard cells do get left behind from the first breeding.
man.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wouldn't surprise me if you did though at all.
No,
Like
hell no.
Now, hold on. I don't want y'all to sit back and think a devil spit dog is just throwing bait without hitting bait. You know what I'm saying?
I understand the question that you're saying, but me, I don't think so at
so
all.
it's bait in the pedigree. It's bait in the pedigree. If you add him in the pedigree, how is he not there?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Because the female don't carry bait. You know what
Hold
I'm
on. Hey, real quick, Rack Runner. Let me get 504 Party Man in here real quick.
All right,
Cause
saying?
he say I'm asking it the wrong way. Hold on, real quick, brother. I'm gonna add you right back, bro.
all right, brother.
I'm about to let me add him real quick. Because he know what I'm trying to say. And Leo with the dog said the same thing. Like some of the scene or gene, not the cells are left behind. Look at Bully Love gonna say next subject. Nah, I'm for real though, man. I've been meaning to ask this. Brad says DNA doesn't enter your blood from contact. It's
It's
in.
either in you or it isn't. Exactly. DNA makeup is totally different. Like what that dog is made up of doesn't mean that if you hit it to another dog, it's gonna have some sort of resemblance, unless there is a resemblance to the blood somewhere down the line.
I need brother. So nobody else heard this before. I know I'm not the only person that's heard.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I've never heard of that before.
Introduce yourself, brother. Let them know where you calling in from and who you represent.
What's going on, man? This is Brad from Sacramento, California, Gold Country Bully Camp, home of Kobe, the Nano King.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the DNA strain of a person. That's just like saying, like, if you had a kid, that your baby mama could have a kid with another guy, and it come out part, with a couple cells from you left behind because you had sex with her. You know what I mean? Like you could have, DNA skin particles and shit like that you can pick up and test, but they're not going to enter a person and then store inside their DNA makeup and then come back out in a breeding, just like a dog. And also you got months that those DNA cells or the skin cells have to be alive outside of the bloodstream of a dog, and then actually still attach to the next breeding and then come out in the puppies. That, you know, at that point you'd have dual sire litters all the time, because every time you bred to a second dog, you might have a puppy coming from the other breeding, you know what I mean, or it would DNA different. So just from the people that do DNA and do dual sire breedings, they get that, like, it's not scientifically possible for something like that to take place.
Okay, let me ask you this, Brad. Have you ever repeated the same breeding?
Yep, I do it all the time, and I even recently talked to a couple other people, like Sunset Bullies. They said that they do the same breeding a minimum of 3 times to the same stud, because you always get a different result. You can't really see what the stud does off of one. So when I did Kobe was a repeat. When I did Kobe's aunt, I bred the bait twice with the same female. Man, I got 4 lilacs and 3 blues, both breedings, in the same exact number of puppies and the same number of males and females, in 2 different breedings with bait with the same female. And then I bred Kobe to a different his sister twice, and, you know, got the same colors a couple times. And so I always do the repeats, because I've had better luck and I've had better results the second time that I've done it.
That's what I was going to ask you too.
Yeah. And I don't know if they click better, or if, like, maybe there is a familiarity, you know, with the 2 bloods the second time around. But the first time around, I got 5 or 6 chocolates, I think, and 1 lilac with Dizzy Devil. And the best dog was Bam Bam and Pebbles. The rest of them were just kind of average. The second time I bred a Dizzy Devil, I got 3 lilacs and 2 chocolates. And the lilacs were everyone, you know, there was Kobe and Aunt, the one that went to China, and they had another brother that I lost during the whelping that was more smashed up and had no tail. He was a little freakier, but he didn't make it. But, you know, that second time, man, the Kobe was the biggest, and he was probably 5 to 10 pounds smaller than the smallest dog from the first litter. So the second time, shit came out way more, you know, way nicer.
I see Erin in the comments. She says the first time it can take after the mom, the second time it can take after the dad. Have you ever had any type of results like that? As far as
not that I could say which one is giving you, you know, more. I couldn't really, because it always seemed like a great combination of the 2 when I was breeding. The first time, maybe because the first time was all chocolates, but like Dizzy and the mom was chocolate. And so the second time, who knows why I got lilac? Because if you look back at a lot of the Dizzy Camp breedings, you know, they hadn't even got a lilac until I think I pulled that one out with the bait blood. And so I think it just depends, man. It can, you know, you never know how it's going to click the second time around. That's why we're all constantly, I call these breedings like experiments, because you're basically, you know, running something to see how it works. And then I always tell everybody, don't change too many things when you get to the next breeding. Otherwise, you might not know what worked. Like if you hit on a second breeding, but you changed, you know, a different female, or you change different shit, you might not know exactly why you hit. You know, if you're hitting good with a good blood, I think you got to do it more than once to get a bigger scope of work to actually see the result than 1 litter.
Now, let me ask you this. After repeating those breedings, what did they look like whenever they got older? And I want you to talk about the first litter, and the second of the same breeding. What did they look like?
My first litter with Dizzy, they were much more correct. Like I didn't get a lot of the littler, freakier, crazier shit. Okay. And it seemed like the second round, Kobe was the biggest pup. So Ant was a little bit smaller than him, but he wasn't as mobile. And then they had a sister named Gigi, and Gigi had, like, she could walk regular, but when she ran, she, like, her front legs, like, almost went out to the side, like back swimmer legs. You know, the way she ran was a little crazy. So I definitely got more exotic the second breeding, and smaller size than I did the first breeding.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's been a question that's on my mind, man. I know I threw a lot of people for a loop right there, but you hear so much when it comes to breeding dogs, man, and that's just one of the questions that I really wanted to ask everybody, is just to see, you know, what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Sunset took those 2. He had 2 or 3 Kobe daughters, He had 2 lilac ones, and I think he had a chocolate one because he bred a mom and both daughters to Kobe. He did 3 breedings. One breeding, he only got 1 puppy. He got 22. And then the other breeding, he got like 6 or 7, and he got 2 lilac females. The other breeding, I think, is where he got maybe the chocolate one. And then when he bred all of them to Gula, he bred to Gula 2 times with 2 sisters. So one litter hit, and he fucking, that's the one that's got Knox, and it's got that other dog in it, that little lilac female that he wants like 70 bands for. I know Tay Dove got a girl off of that breeding, I believe. And the other litter he didn't really like. Them puppies were going for, 8 to 15,000, and he sold the mom to Ringside as soon as he was done with the breeding because he didn't like how that one turned out. And so sometimes you could have sisters or really close bred, dogs, and one of them can throw fire and the other one might not throw worth a fuck. You never even know until you run up the next blood,
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here, Brad, and clearing that up for us, man. I got questions, man. This is the Bully Breakfast Club.
Hey, there's no dumb questions. There's no dumb questions, right? I mean, everybody got to learn, so you got to ask. And if you don't ask, and when you quit learning, that's when they say you really become dumb, is when you think you know it all. So shit, it's always good to ask questions, brother. You know that.
Right up, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Before you sign out, bro, let them know where you come from and what's going on with your camp.
Shit, we out here in California, man. Shit, this is home of Kobe. I know a lot of y'all seen him at shows. I got 2 other studs right now. One of them, Pretty Tony, man, he dropped a 6-piece last night. 3 lilac tries, a chocolate try, and a black try with a little Kubo daughter. He got a 5 or 6 litters on the ground. I got little Coco Beware coming up after that. I'm out of Sacramento, California. Shit, you can catch me June 10th at the Wow Factor in Sacramento. I'm going to be at June Williams show at the Jungle in September. And any of y'all out there with some big shows, man, tap in. I love hitting different parts of the country. I might even tap into that New York show, and I think it's in July. I might even end up in New York, man. So appreciate the platform,
man. We appreciate you and what you do in the game, my bro. Hey, bro.
Thank you, brother. Always a good morning, man. I love watching the Bully Breakfast, man. You guys got it going on.
Appreciate it.
Right on, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right. Hey, real quick, 50-way bullies.
Yes, sir.
Let them know where you coming from and what you're going on right now, my bro. I'm about to rotate the live. I appreciate you jumping on this morning, man.
No problem, man. It's 50-way bullies, is Rag G. I got an upcoming stud, Texas Hammer. Y'all go check him out on my page. Real nice boy, a real bull. Just check us out. We out here in Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you. Tap in, fam.
Big Breakfast Club, make sure you tap in tomorrow morning, man. You don't want to miss it, man. We got a good show jumping tomorrow morning as well. All right, man, I got a couple questions, Unique. YBM.Exotic Kennel says, how many repeats should a breeder get if they do everything right and show all proofs, but the females are not taken?
Ooh, honestly, that depends on the stud owner, to be honest, because I know some people that got some crazy behind, like, repeat.
Yeah.
Like I think, like right now, I think the best one I've heard right now is shout out to Peso with WC Bullies. With him and Boogie and whatever, like his like repeat causes is incredible. So the way how he operates is he says that 3 is a litter. You have 5 puppies, and let's just say 3 of them died before their 8 weeks. You're getting your repeat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I see a few people in the comments, 2 repeats and switch, or depending on the female, 1 repeat, then switch.
Yeah, it just all depends, bro. I mean, it all depends.
Also, stud out too. Rosie, so what's going on?
What's up, man? I'm clean as shit, man.
Man, introduce yourself real quick and let them know where you calling in from.
This I am Dirty 357 from Charlotte, North Carolina, man. You know how we do, man. Home of the bad bitch.
So I gotta ask you, bro. I seen that you've been Bro, you've been really active with the show since we started, bro. But you,
bro, play man, you know I fuck with you, man. You know, goddamn, I fuck with you from the shows, man. You know, it's just the same thing. You know, goddamn 100 miles away.
Straight up. So, how do you feel about the repeats? Do you feel like there should be a couple repeats after you do the repeat? And you?
Yeah, I think you should get 2 repeats. Just because you really working the stud for free after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much the man pulling the dog, doing all this work, and ain't no money getting. He been got paid 3 times ago.
Yeah.
So his dog now worked 3 times for you. It's something that the female not doing. It's either the female or your timing. So I say after the first repeat, if you breathe to the dog, she don't take. I do a repeat, she don't take. After that, I'm switching the dog on the 3rd repeat. I ain't taking no dog 3 times in one stud, and she not taking.
So is it common to get 3 repeats?
No,
I thought
ain't too many people doing that.
You said it.
You got to be a good-hearted people like fucking with like my nigga, or if I do some shit for you, you know what I'm saying, type shit like that. But ain't no random Joe, a motherfucker who you don't really fuck with, ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Like I say, your dog done worked 3 times for him for whatever stud for 2,000 or 2,500. You know what I'm saying? He done worked 3 times for you.
All right, bro. Said how many repeats should you get?
Repeats?
Yeah, how many repeats should you get?
2 at the max. When I get my stud or whenever, however it work out, like 2 at the max, because it ain't the stud. It ain't the stud.
Okay.
After the 3rd time, it ain't the stud. That's like, nigga, you got them like in human terms. It's either or. It's either the male or the female, and 8 times out of 10, it's not the male, because he pretty much producing with other dogs.
Yeah.
But if he's not producing with other dogs, it's got some infertility to do with the male. But 8 times out of the 10, if it's a working stud that people using and it's just happening to you, like, you got to switch that female.
Okay.
And some people don't be cleaning out their females too. Some people just think just cause, you know what I'm saying, they take care of their dogs and take them to the vet and shit like that.
Right.
You ain't got to clean them females out, you know?
So that brings me to a question, man. I know individual in the comments was like, what's the best way to clean a female out when she's in heat? Like when and what should you do to clean them out before you do the breeding?
Me personally, like I do preventative maintenance, you know what I'm saying, which is I keep, you know what I'm saying, I clean my dogs out probably every 6 months anyway.
Okay.
You know, just for the hell of it, just so when that time comes, I won't be forcing too much shit into the dog trying to clean it out in a 7-day period. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can just hit it when she come in heat. I just probably hit a one-time clean, like with some dewormer and with the claver mops one time.
Yeah.
So I don't have to do it. You know, some people you do it for 3 days in a row and all that. I don't do that because I always do the preventative maintenance.
Yeah.
So my dog already, not saying she clean, but she ain't as dirty as what she would be if I wouldn't be doing that.
Okay.
You know, what's up, Ryan? What's up, everybody who tapping in, mate?
Appreciate
y'all. Everybody tap in.
Have you ever, real quick before you sign out, have you ever did the bleach regimen?
The what?
The bleach regimen. Have you ever did that?
Nah, but I did. I done heard of that back in the day. I used to do it back in the day where I didn't like specifically like do it all the time, but I done it before, like with the outside dogs. Like not saying I wouldn't try it with the new dogs, but keep it real. I be using a food grade peroxide.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
I appreciate you tapping into the Bully Breakfast Club this morning.
Yeah, you know, I be in the comments. I fuck with y'all every day, nigga. I got my alarm set for 9 o'clock. You know, I fuck with y'all, but I'm dirty. I'm dirty 357 out of North Carolina, man. Y'all tap in with me. I also got a crazy ass Blaze daughter up for grabs. Anybody trying to upgrade their yard too.
All right, man. Shit. Hey, just watching live right now. Make sure y'all tune in to Bro's page. I am 3357.
Yeah, I'm in the comments always. Man.
All right, man. I appreciate you.
Yep.
Appreciate you tapping in, fam.
Going on?
Family, my guys, what it do, baby?
What's up,
man?
bro?
Man, I'm here, man. If they stop taking my page, I would stay here, baby.
Okay, then, man. Hey, man, introduce yourself real quick. Let them know who you represent and where you coming from.
Man, y'all already know, man. It's Bo Kendrick, the motherfucking Florida GOAT himself, man. Miami, Florida, man. Y'all know what's going on.
Man, welcome to the Bully Breakfast Club. I'm glad that you jumped on here, man. Straight up.
Yeah, man. I've been watching it, man. I love the Bully Breakfast Club, man. When you got good energy people, man, this shit gonna go for a long time.
Nah, for real though. You can't say it any better than that, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, man.
So,
the energy be good.
So I gotta ask you, as far as the repeat process, you said one repeat depending on the stud owner.
Yeah, definitely. It's always been run repeat for years, man. I've been in the game for 14 years. It's always really been one repeat, especially when you breed into a big time stud because them studs is busy.
Yeah.
Now, if you catch you a stud that ain't working and the owner ready to put some work out there, and then it also depends on the people too, how generous people is and how mindful they is that, yo, I'm looking out for you at this point. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that shit really matters on the stud owner and how much work. Like, somebody like George Soto, he ain't doing all that extra shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But somebody that's actually working and trying to get their stud production out there, nigga might be like, man, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just get them an extra repeat. This person really, and some people don't even know what they doing half of the time, bro. Some people get in the game and they don't know about doing the right PGs test. Some people ship semen and still do AIs. It's just a whole bunch of shit that comes into factor when it come down to repeat. You gotta make sure them people that's breeding to your dog know what they doing.
I feel like you just said, like it all depends on like the stud owner as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always heard about the one repeat clause. Always heard about that. You know what I'm saying? And I speak on another person who did solid business is Trap. You feel me? Like Trap looked out for me. You feel me? I bred to him once. Boom, my bitch ain't take. I got my repeat. You feel me? Got my repeat in my letter. Like they still passed. Bro still said, you know, I got you. I give you another repeat. Bro, that right there. I'm already going into it knowing that. All right, this is my repeat. I know if she don't take it with my repeat, it is what it is. Not knowing that. But for bro for doing that and whatever, man, he's solid as fuck for that. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my language.
Yeah.
So like
I
it
ain't
all
gonna lie.
depends.
That's
good, bro.
And that's straight up, that's solid business right there. You know what I'm saying? So it like you can't tell everyone to operate or move the way how bro moves. You feel me? But it's like if you want to talk about customer service and doing good business, like that's a prime example of.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
Trap built different too. You feel me? Trap built different. Like this ain't Trap ain't just no regular dog person. Like he a real live. You feel me? Homie cool and shit like that. So I expect him to do shit like that. But you dealing with somebody like you don't know. See, Trap for the community. He fuck with the community. When somebody that ain't into all this shit, they gonna be like, man, yo, I gave you what you paid for. That's over with.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you got to stand on stuff like that too, man. Business, you got to stand on business, but nevertheless, man, always show the best customer service. All right, I got a answer question from Savage Bullies Kennels 305. He says, to answer the question, I feel like I should get a repeat till I get my litter. If not, I want my money back.
You can't say that though.
Hey, I would wish I could feel that type of way and other people feel that type of way, but that shit ain't happening.
No, for real though. I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard about that shit happening real quick, bro.
That gotta be somebody like I gotta be my homeboy or something, man. Like 4 times or 5 times I'm breeding your fucking dog. Hell nah, man. That shit ain't happening.
Nah, for real though. Hey, again, now every stud owner has they policies. You know what I'm saying? They giving out great business. You know, we don't want nobody to feel like they didn't win. But hey, real quick, my bro, Savage Like Bullies, introduce yourself real quick. Let them know where you come.
What's up, man? I'm Savage Bully Kennels, man. My main, I didn't realize I was on my backup page, but my main page is same thing about the 305. And yeah, I feel like this, man. I work with people that I know. So therefore, at the end of the day, like you say, good customer service, wherever like that runs deep in this game. Because at the end of the day, if I do that, repeat, you know what I'm saying? And I hit on that, and that person hit on that litter, that's gonna bring me more customers. And it's gonna show me that I'm doing a good business with people and so like that. And shit. And if I'm worried about my stud running out of nut, I just get some of that little stud shit, little gummies that y'all be giving the stud and so like that. You know what I mean?
That actually is important though when you're trying to build a stud up to get the production out there. But another thing that breeders have to do is when people concerned about that shit, see, a lot of people don't know this. People should ask for a stud contract if they pressed about how many repeats and how many puppies consider a litter. Ask for a stud contract before you lock in these dogs. But people be so hot to hurry up and go spend that money, that lock-in money, because they want the dog so bad, they forget to ask for a stud contract and shit like that. You feel me? If you come breed to my dog without no contract and you have 2 puppies, I'm gonna tell you straight up, hey, listen, that was 2 puppies. That's considered a litter. But let you would have asked from the beginning. I probably would have told you 3 pups consider a litter and shit like that. Because I want your money. You feel me?
So do you not feel okay, Bo? So now let me ask you this: Do you feel like you should have actually said something to the customer before that happened, or no?
Honestly, that's the customer job as far as being a breeder. The breeder himself, his job is to collect the money, and you better know what's going on in the game. It ain't his job to explain to you if you don't know the game. Like when I go breed the people outside, I don't expect 3 puppies considered a litter sometimes because I know how the game works. I know how anybody else would do us big time in this business. So I don't expect nothing different from no stud owner. So it just like rules apply to the game that don't have to be explained. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel. So when you locking in a stud, you should already know 2 repeats, 2 puppies considered a litter. So one time, Busachi was considering 1 pup considered a litter when his dog was so hot.
Man, I know someone right now who got, well, I don't really know him personally, but one of my kennel partners bred to Interstate, and they got a new stud contract. You know what I'm saying? To where like once you confirm, that's it. Ain't no repeats, no nothing. All you gotta do is confirm.
Yeah, because it depends, bro. Like when you breed into somebody in that high quality of a dog,
all you got to confirm.
You gotta do confirm 30 days. That's it. You good.
Hey, listen, it's so crazy because, bro, when you think about it, right? Say for instance, somebody go breed the crown on a 2 pups. 2 pups don't consider a litter, like 3 pups, and the nigga get 2 pups. He go sell him 1 pup for $20,000. He paid a $5,000 to $7,000 stud fee. Then he got another pup that he finna sell for another $20,000 or some shit. Like nigga getting over at that point.
Yeah. Hey, right. One thing I want to say.
Yeah, but that's like
thing that we tell as breeders, we don't do enough contracts. You know what I'm saying? And that's the number one thing. We need to make contracts and do it with good people, because a lot of people will fuck you over even if you do a contract. You know what I'm saying? Because they see the money over all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, contracts, so you take their ass to court, goddammit.
Okay, look at this. Real quick, Georgia Bully Camp says, I bred to a stud and contract says 3 pups is a litter. My female had 3, but 1 has cleft. Should I get a repeat?
Ooh, that's a tough ass question.
That's a good one. That's a real good question.
Because if that dog is a cleft, it's not guaranteed that dog's gonna make it to 8 weeks.
Nah, listen, I ain't gonna. It's not a hard question as I think about it. Fuck it. If 3, I feel like when the pup come out defected like a cliff or a cliff lip, that pup is unbreedable. So nah, that pup don't even count. That's a repeat.
Exactly. You get a repeat.
Right.
Any pup that come out with a cliff or cliff lip or cliff palate, is either I'm giving it to like the donor people or I'm leaving it at the vet, straight up and down.
Yeah.
That's a defect alone, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you got to keep that puppy or give it to a family member or somebody that's willing to take a handicapped dog.
Yeah,
we ain't making no bread off of that.
Yeah, Yeah, Georgia Bully Camp should definitely get a repeat in my opinion.
And it's and it should be listed like pups, like it should be healthy, a healthy litter. Healthy litter meaning no malfunctions, no defects, nothing like that. It's supposed to come out good, and you know what I'm saying, like that's just how it is. And if it dies within the time frame or whatever, or something happens, it just, you gotta show proof. Like what happened to the dog? Like you're gonna have to pay for a necropsy to let me know what's going on. You know, as if the pup is older.
Now, I want to show him something real quick.
If it's not a visible defect, then yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, real quick, Savage, before you sign out, let them know what's going on in your section, bro.
Yeah, man, I got American Bullies, right, mixed with exotic blood. And a lot of this blood that I got in my bullies, a lot of y'all paying $5K or better onto it shit. But I'm making my dogs the proper, the right way, and that's, you know what I'm saying, that's my customers go enjoy the shit, you know what I'm saying, that could take them out places. And that's why I base my kennel off on making healthy dogs that's gonna fucking last. So therefore people could goddamn continue to talk about your kennel, and therefore it could keep on bringing customers. And I just got my own bloodline off the line right now. You know what I mean? It's only 3, but cocaine white.
Okay.
Hey, only 24 hours old.
Yeah, that's a nice healthy pup right there, bro. Hey, I appreciate you jumping on the Bully Breakfast Club this morning.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. And salute to everything y'all doing in the program.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man. Have a good
Yes,
day.
sir. All right, y'all stay blessed, man.
11 a.m.
All right, salute.
All right, salute to you too,
Hey,
bro. Peace.
Hey, Unique, I'm gonna ask you a quick question. I'm gonna let y'all boys go, right? I see a lot of people going like, you know, they want more cleaner dogs and stuff like that. You having a Jersey Devil son, to me, he nice, micro exotic. How do you try to take him to breed him to cleaner dogs now to create that look, or you still go with your vision?
I'm going with my vision.
Okay,
My vision don't change.
That's what I've been saying myself the whole time. I see a lot of people like, you know, they want to make the dogs clean and shit like that, but I feel like it's a preference, man. Like,
and plus, like your vision gonna make you stand out.
Yeah, more definitely. And I feel like once you stand behind your shit, other people believe in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, man. I get some more people.
Hold on, Bo. I got one question. I got one more question for you, real quick, before you cut out, bro.
Talk to me.
BBM_Kendall says, when looking to breed your female, do you suggest breeding her to a stud you can pull up on, or basically somebody who's reachable or shit?
Or shit. It really both. Like I always prefer fresh semen to pull up and see the stud and stuff like that, because it's some people that do have busy studs, and some people question, just keep it up and down, like, is they getting that stud they shipping out?
Yeah, I like to roll up.
Your phone went out, bro.
You spinning on us, Bo.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer both, man, depending on what stud owner that you dealing with.
Okay. Right. I know it depends on what dog you looking for, man. But one thing that I do want to stress to the community, the viewers right now, if you are able to pull up on that stud, man, and do them live breedings, that's the best way, bro. You get a better understanding of the actual breeder, the dog owner, the program. You know, some people let you see what's going on, see productions, all types of stuff. So if you are able to pull it off and pull up and just make the connection in person, I feel like them are the best breeders, man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie though, not cause Trap Baby on here, but if I had to breed a Trap Baby and I needed to ship semen, I ain't scared. I'm sending bro my money because you know what type of person he is. You feel me? Not cause he on here, but there's a lot of people like that. Like, Ryan Gillum, he like for his dog to be like sent out there. Like he like production, bro. You can see the build up in his program that he like production. People like that, I'm sending my money, no problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Real
Hey,
quick, what
sometimes
make you other than that? What you just said? What makes the person comfortable enough to send their money? Like how long should they pay attention
shit.
to a person's ways or personality or business conduct before they ship their money for ship semen?
Me personally, like if I'm looking at a dog, I ain't just looking at that dog today and just like, oh yeah, this the dog I'm locking in.
Yeah.
I'm checking the person page. I'm seeing what the person posts. I'm seeing the way they post, the way they word and they shit. You feel me? I'm checking out all that shit because I want to make sure this person know what they doing and talking about before I send them my money. I gotta make sure this person a breeder for real.
I appreciate that, Bo. Hey man, it's been a pleasure you jumping on this morning, bro. You know, you one of the heavyweights in Florida, man, that I paid attention to for the longest. Got great motion, great productions, great breedings, great connections, man. Let them know where to find you at, bro, before you sign off this morning.
Man, y'all can find me. Just type when y'all go in the search bar, type in Bo Kendrick. It might be a million pages pop up depending on which ones they bring back. But just type in Bo Kendrick on Facebook, type in Bo Kendrick on Instagram. That shit gonna pop up, man. But
All
I
right, brother.
appreciate y'all boys. Y'all boys have a good day.
You too.
I appreciate it, Bo.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Trap, what's
What's
going
going on with y'all?
on, bro?
Trap, what it do, my boy?
Nothing much. Nothing much. Nothing
Man,
much.
now, hey, Trap, you know we got a special guest finna jump on here, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, you heard about the Exotic Network?
Yeah. Yeah. I heard about it for sure.
Hell yeah, man. What, like, how do you feel about what they're doing out here in the world?
See, I don't know, bro. I feel like they kind of working the West Coast a lot type. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more like a West
Yeah,
Coast platform.
yeah.
So I don't know how to feel about it. I really ain't seen a lot of they work type.
Nah, I mean, I've
I've just seen
definitely,
a couple, like I seen a couple live videos they did with George. I definitely like how professional they is and
yeah,
shit. Like they really doing that shit like the right way. Like the lighting, how they setting it up, how they got it looking.
Asian, bro.
Yeah, that shit.
The presentation is
Yeah, the
so dope.
presentation.
That's one thing
Mm-hmm.
that caught my eye, bro. You know what I'm saying? And with you saying, you know, it's a West Coast thing, like, bro, I feel like we got to be stretched across the world, man, when it comes to,
Nah, for sure.
you
Nah, for real.
know, so I'm about
Nah,
to,
cause you might have a nice platform going, but people might see what you got going from a different side of the world
Right.
and just feel like that it ain't for them. Like how I look at it, they really promote a lot of West Coast shit. So everything that I see that going on is everything that's going on in California. You feel me? So
right.
when they start spreading their wings, more people might start fucking with it just because they see like, okay, they fucking with everybody. This ain't just for California.
Right.
So let me ask you this, bro. Have you ever thought about going to California and taking KB out there?
Uh, yeah, I mean, it just be tough, bro. Cali like 24 hours away, literally driving. I ain't putting KB on no plane either. So like that's like a day drive.
Damn, so it's probably over with for
That motherfucker far than the
put, put this mark down in California. Bro,
bitch. That
I ain't mad at
motherfucker
you.
far, bro.
Hey, the other day, man, the bully breed pulled up to do a breeding, and Phantom came in here breathing all hard, and bro took a 5-minute drive. You feel me? So I think, man, hey, you up to something saying that, bro? A lot of people don't understand like how crucial these weather conditions are when it comes to these babies, man. Straight up though. And it ain't that we don't want it to be seen or whatever, bro, but you gotta
Nah, I
protect
respect I
yourself.
respect everybody who travel with their dogs, bro. Like that shit. Everybody can't do it, bro. Everybody won't do it. I'm one of them ones, bro. I ain't gonna lie, treat KB like a baby, bro, like a little baby, bro. I don't let him do nothing. Like, hey, he be, hey, can I go play with my friends? No, you can't. You play by yourself. Nah, I treat him like a baby, bro. We don't need nobody nicking at him, picking at him, none of that.
Nah, for real though. And I feel you 100%. I feel you 100%.
Yeah, because you taking it as a stud owner, you know what I'm saying? You taking a bigger risk trying to bring him over so people can see him.
Bro, I just seen so many like the same side story. Like you gotta when you got that dog, bro, you gotta treat him like he that dog, bro. I ain't letting that motherfucker like, bro. If he go outside, he going outside with me, bro. I watch him. I'm making sure he not out there eating shit in the grass. Make sure he use the restroom. Boom, you can play inside.
Yeah.
Like he go outside, use the restroom, do his shit, drink his water outside. I don't be liking the dogs drinking water inside. They getting that shit everywhere.
Hey,
he go use the restroom, drink his water.
I feel you 100% because, hey, man, I got kids over here, so we got Legos and shit. That time,
yeah, gotta watch them.
Oh, look, the time that Indiana Bones shitted out a Lego, I was just like, it's over.
Oh, wow.
It's over with. So I feel you 100%, but I don't be wanting to keep them trapped. But
not trapped.
Baby, bro,
He run around the crib, bro. He just run around the crib like it's his crib. Shit. Well, I got the garage set up for him, so he just run around that bitch, bro, chilling.
Like even in the yard, bro. Like one thing, like the everybody just wants to chew sticks and all this, and I just be like, come on. And they at that age now where they can jump up and grab it, even if I put it up. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you, bro. Like I feel you, bro. Your anxiety is everything when it comes to protecting.
Yeah, and it ain't even KB, bro. Don't even. He liked the hotel. Like he liked the car ride. He don't trip the car ride. The car is his sanctuary when I take him on the road. The problem with KB is taking him to another, like a hotel. Like when we get, like at the show, he good. In the car, he good. But in the hotel, or like, nigga, if I get an Airbnb, bro, he don't like, I don't know, bro. He don't like being in new places, bro. Like houses type shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna start. Hey, I think I Am Dirty talking about the rabbit water bottle, the feeder that you'll post it up on the outside of the cage and they just gotta lick it to get, you know what I'm saying, hydrated. I think that's what bro's talking about. All right, man. Well, I'm sitting here waiting for my guy to touch down real quick. I appreciate y'all patience, man. We got exclusive interview with bro coming up, man. Anthony of the Exotic Network. He's about to let us know what's going on.
Yeah, Rack Runner seen KB. You have to see KB in person.
Yeah,
you
them
know how
rappers.
KB get. KB gonna strike something down. Like that's why when people be talking about these stud supplements and shit, bro, I can't give KB that shit, bro. That nigga KB gonna be going crazy. Like he already on it so much. Like if I give him something, bro, I feel like it's gonna have him going too hard.
Yeah, it's gonna boost his testosterone type.
Yeah, he already be working himself up.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I feel exactly what you're saying. What's good? This is Exotic Bully Podcast only. Capitol Creek, what's going on, my bro?
Yo, greetings from the DMV.
Rise and grind, man. I see that you left a comment. What you said? This Exotic Bully Podcast only.
Yeah. This EB
The what now?
based podcast. It's based on Exotic Bully.
This the Bully Breakfast Club, man. There are a lot of exotic dog breeders that tap in, but we try to touch ends on all dogs. You know what I'm saying? Just for the other breeding and just educational purposes. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on with you, bro? Introduce yourself. Let them know where you calling in from.
Peace and blessings. My name's Smoke. I am the mayor of the DMV bully community. I met bro up there at the Boosie show back in December. My female won the best in show or the confirmation. Back in December out in
I
Charleston,
thought that
South
was November.
Carolina. No, it was December
It probably
17th.
was.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember it was right before
But what's
Christmas.
going on with you, my bro? What question did you have real quick? I got a special guest about to tap in, but you know I ain't trying to rush you or nothing. But if you want me to add you in afterwards, I could do that too, bro.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Do that. I ain't going
Cool, I
nowhere.
appreciate
I'm
it.
tuned in.
Salute to you.
Hey, they said, what y'all
Salute.
think better for anxiety, CBD or weed? I think
Interaction.
I think melatonin treats is better than that CBD or weed shit. Yeah, I wouldn't get my dog.
All right.
Or Benadryl.
This is the Bully Breakfast Club. We got a special guest.
I ain't giving my dog no weed.
Dog Anthony with the anxiety.
What it do? What it do?
Top of the morning.
Man, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Man, right.
Hold on, y'all got the alarm going on. Hold on. I'm about to wake the kids up and shit.
Okay. I know it's early out there on the West Coast, man. Introduce yourself real quick. Let them know who you represent and where you calling in from.
Man, it's Anthony Smith calling in from California, the Exotic Network. Bully Camp Line in the building, man. Y'all know what it is.
Straight up, man.
Over here getting it in, man. I had to get up to get on the Breakfast Club, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
When they tapped in, I had to get that ass up. I didn't care what time it was, you know?
Yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Hey, see, I got my breakfast with me.
Nah, for sure.
Straight up, man. Talk to us, bro. What's been going on with you?
Man, we out here trying to change the game, man. One video at a time, man, and put some positive light on what we're doing in this bully game for these EBs, these Frenchies, and these bullies, man. And I'm trying to be at the forefront of that. You know, it's a lot of negativity that goes on in the game, and I feel like me being behind the camera, I got to shine the light on the positivity that's going on. So just trying to build the Exotic Network around positivity and showing great dogs. You know what I mean? It's a lot of people out there that's jumping into the game on bullshit. You know what I mean? Just trying to come in and just get a bag real quick and get up out of here. And that's not what it's about. And if you can't put these dogs first, you don't need to be in this shit.
No, for real though. I 100% agree. So I gotta say, I caught the interview with Westmont Rich and Mike Diego.
Yeah. What y'all think about that?
Man, I thought I'm gonna tell you what it was, bro, that really captured my attention was the presentation and the production. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Nah, for real.
I gotta tell my hat to you, like, with you starting this type of platform, bro, like what all, just give us a rundown of the course.
So me, like, I gotta stay in my lane, you know what I mean? Because breeders are breeders and step on nobody's toes. So it was me at the forefront, man. This podcast thing was something that I have been trying to present to the dog world for the past 5-6 years, but I was way too early with it. You know what I mean? And people wasn't really fucking with it. I felt like COVID, unfortunately, kind of opened up some of the OGs to being able to get on the other side and want to talk. The young niggas was already talking. You know what I mean? Yeah. They was already into the lives and into doing shit like this. But I'm talking about some of these older cats that had been breeding 15, 20 years, wasn't really trying to give up the game, wasn't trying to give up the sauce. And I wasn't, you know, they felt like the podcast shit was more like an interview and not like a conversation. And with the conversation, I'm like, I'm sitting in these rooms with these big ass dudes, and I'm like, man, it's some young cats that are around the world that need to hear what we talking about right now. And it ain't even really nothing major these niggas is talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just dog game. You know what I mean? Like if a nigga's into basketball, he want to hear niggas talk basketball. You feel me? So we in this dog shit, niggas want to hear this. You know what I mean? So let me just put a camera up. But it's a lot of people that's coming from the streets that's in the dog game. So it's still like a secret society around this shit. shit. You know what I mean? So when I got into it, I was like, man, I got to start putting this camera on these people because these guys are hella knowledgeable and dropping gems that somebody that's young coming into the game could appreciate and really get something out of. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Right.
it took some years, you know what I mean? And niggas really wasn't trying to fuck with it, but I just kept doing it. And then once I seen other people and they're like, we at the forefront of this, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, to me, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care who doing it. I tip my hats off to everybody that's in the game that has a platform that's trying to take this dog game to the next level in a positive route. You feel me? So that's my main thing with the whole thing is just trying to grow the bully world. But I'm a cameraman first. You know what I mean? So my camera shit got to shine way harder than anybody else that's behind the camera because that's what I do. Everybody else is a dog man first, then camera. I'm cameraman first, then a dog nigga. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's where I kind of jumped on with the camera game. I picked up the camera game from my younger brother. He actually went to Los Angeles Film School, which is probably one of the highest predicated schools out here in California. And when his ass was coming home, you know what I mean, I was just learning off of him, just getting knowledge as I could through the knowledge he was, paying for. Like, bro, what's for homework, nigga? Like, what we got for homework? You feel me? Like, what's good?
No, I can see like the background, man. You got the
we in the studio right now, man.
Yeah,
we in the studio's here at the crib.
So with that being said, all the game that all the education that little bro put you up on, at what point in the game you was like, this is it, this is my calling. I'm gonna make sure that everybody that comes in contact with me has the best presentation ever when it came from me. Like, what was that point like?
So the thing that blew my mind and let me know that the dog game was real was the first time I went to China off the camera. And a nigga, I've done all type of shit, you know what I mean? And I felt like if this camera and this dog thing really took me all the way to the other side of the world, then this is it for me. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing to it. That was the thing that like made me really feel like I needed to step my game up. And then I'm running with some of the biggest breeders in the world. So if they got the best dogs in the world, nigga, what do I look like not having the best camera? They need to have angles, you feel me? So that's how I kind of tapped in with the shit, you know what I mean? So I'm like, nigga, if they bringing this, then I gotta stay up on my shit, on my end, you know what I mean? As we started getting bigger, it started to become a point to where I need to grow my own platform now. You know what I mean? Like I didn't. There's only so far that I could go being a cameraman. Now I need a company of cameramen so we can really put this shit out there, because it's not like it was before in 2017, 2016 when I first jumped in the game. It's dog shows going on with badass bulls, nigga.
Yeah.
All over everywhere. So it's like, how can I capture? I can't be everywhere at once. You know what I mean? So as I was traveling, I'm tapping in with these young dudes in their states and in their cities, you know what I mean? And now they really fuck with me. So it's like, nigga, anything you need, if you need some footage, I got you know what I mean? So that's when I came up with this exotic network thing, because it was like, I started preaching this so much that other cameramen that were jumping into the game, they just start living off of what I was already doing. You know what I mean? Just kind of becoming soldiers kind of along this mission that I was now pushing forward with this exotic network thing, which is, putting a good light on these dogs.
Right. So let me ask you a question, bro. What was your biggest, I guess it's your biggest set, like when did you know, like, oh, it done got real? Like, who were you interviewing, or what show did you go to, or just where were you at when you were like, oh, they really rocking with me, I'm interviewing this person? Like, what was that moment?
So it wasn't that for me, because I came into the game as George Soto's cameraman.
Okay.
So I didn't know shit about George, and that was the thing that he loved most about me. He was like, nigga, you got a good eye, and you don't know nothing about the dogs, so you kind of untainted. Like, I can show you the dogs the way that I see them, and that's the way that the rest of the world wants to see them. So once you learn from me, you gonna be the biggest cameraman in the world. You know what I mean? Because I'm the biggest nigga. You know what I mean? It's like learning basketball from LeBron. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how to bash on these niggas. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you
Yeah.
what these niggas is looking for. I'm gonna give you my little crossover, my little, you know what I mean? So learning from him was probably the greatest thing that I had in my tool bag, and him really being my bro. You know what I mean? I could tell this nigga, fuck you, nigga, and still pull up in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's live. You know what I mean? Because that's really my homie. Like, this
Yeah.
nigga's really at my kids' birthday parties and shit like that. Like, it's a whole different relationship. So I want to say that the biggest interview was probably the interview that I did with George, because he don't talk to nobody. He don't want to get on.
Yeah.
For the world to hear George say nigga and then flip out, like I'm like, what do you mean? Like, that's my nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is how we talk. We get
There
down.
was a lot of speculation about that. I definitely read it and watched that interview, and just the comments. They like, hold on, what? You know what I'm saying? But
and it's because he don't talk. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was hard enough for me to get him to do that moment. And I want to tell you guys, like, real talk, like, I ain't been nervous like that ever. You know what I mean? To do an interview, because at that moment I knew that I couldn't fail, because it wasn't me on the line, it was him on the line. You know what I mean? Like, not who he is as a breeder, but ain't nobody went live like that. We was live on TikTok, we was live on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, all at the same time from multiple different high-end cameras. Nigga, this is Hollywood shit that ain't even happened yet. Like, the way we was live on Instagram, niggas, famous niggas ain't even did that. We did that in the dog world first. You feel me? And you, like, that was big. That was super big. And I feel like a lot of niggas, like, underlooked that. And I'm like, nigga, like, you can't go nowhere, nigga, and see that. We did that in the dog world first.
That's right.
Like, the amount of production that was put into that, and then the other piece that was so stressful was I had to be on camera with him. My team, it's my guy Wilson, man. Shout out to Wilson. He's on the other side. Like, we went over there, had to set everything up, but I still had to depend on him to get everything right. So it was like, when niggas was saying the shit wasn't live, nigga, this shit is live, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's what made it dope, and that's what gave me that feeling like niggas is really fucking with this, but don't even realize what this is. And even when George pulled up, because he was out doing breedings or whatever, and when he got to the house, he said, nigga, it looked like, nigga, AB's at the house, like, you got so much camera gear over here, nigga, like, hold on, bro. Like I could see the nervousness in him just at looking at the setup. Like, Ed, talk to me. What are we about to do right now? You know what I mean? So that was the first one. Then this last one, with Mike and Westmount, them is both my boys. And the story that goes with the Mike thing is, I have been trying to get Diego on to be the voice of the situation for the past 4 years. You know what I mean? But Mike, he was kind of, you know, we all see everybody online and they have this persona. Nigga, I'm the same nigga every time you see me. I don't know how to be somebody else. I'm him.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I don't know how to change. You know what I mean? And I guess some people got to flip it on and flip that motherfucker off. All I know is on. You know what I mean? So when I'm asking people, it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, bro. And I'm like, nigga, you got it. I see all your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why you
super heavy. He's super heavy in the game.
Yes.
Right.
Super heavy.
This is 2016, and I'm talking to him about it. And I'm like, bro, you got it. Like, you got enough of the young niggas behind you and enough of the OGs that fuck with you that it like, and you're that talkative person. You know what I mean? Like, and I think it taking him to really get out there and do the MC shit the way that he's been doing it the past 2 years. And shout out to Mike Diego, man, Wave Makers Only. That's big, bro.
I got a story to tell you about Mike Diego, man, real quick. Not to interrupt what you're saying, but genuine dude, man, super genuine. And the same thing that you just said, as far as just giving him his props and how he's coming, he did the same thing to me when he saw me. You really got what it takes. And I know you wanted to go, so we had to Rumble in the Jungle, I want to say 3. I want to say it was 3. It was either 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3. And I'm like, man, one day you're going to have to put me on the show. And he does me like this and gives me the mic right then and there on spot. You know what I'm saying? So immediately I'm like, okay. So I go around the ring, turning up the shows and shit, man. So it's amazing how somebody will know, like, and see through their eyes, like, this person got it, man. Like, it's something about this individual that's going to take a crowd and give them what they want. You know what I'm saying? So just for you to be able to see that in someone and me to be able to stand on that same concept, like, man, it's a lot of people that say the same thing about me. Like, bro, that's amazing, bro. And shout out to Mike Diego, man, because he is a heavyweight in the game. Yeah. From the magazines to the dog trapping to just pure knowledge, and you know what I'm saying, understand.
That man be giving it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Then he wrote a book too, didn't he?
Yeah, he got a book, a magazine. He done did all types.
Yeah, I know about his
magazine.
magazine.
You know
I know about his magazine.
And hella smart. You know what I mean?
No, he is, and he's humble.
And he knows the dogs. So it was when I put the Exotic Network team together, I was trying to grab somebody that was an EB breeder, somebody that was a French breeder, somebody that was a bully breeder, because I want to have specialists over here to talk about their breed, right? Because for the most part, if you into one of the breeds, even though we all rock together, you're not really fucking with the bully niggas like that. You know what I mean? You stay in your lane. As weird as that sounds, that's what it is. You don't know. You don't. The hottest news of the EBs ain't coming up on a Frenchie nigga's feed. It's just not happening. He don't follow enough Frenchie breeders. He's following EBs because that's what he breeds.
Yeah, right.
So for me, that was what I was trying to do. And for MC, that's who I wanted sitting in the seat, was somebody like Mike, somebody that a breeder, because when you watch The Breakfast Club, right? Not The Breakfast Club. When you watch Drink Champs, Nori gets it out of these niggas because he's a rapper. When he used to do that. You know what I mean? Right. So for Mike to actually be a breeder, when you sitting across from another breeder, yeah, you could talk to me, but I'm a cameraman. Yeah, I'm around the shit, but it's other things that you guys do as breeders that I'm not really gonna be able to chime into, or you not really gonna, you know what I mean? Like, really want to give certain shit up because you don't feel like, whatever the case may be. So I felt like Mike was that person that could get somebody to really get in there. And when I seen him get in there with Westmount, I was on the other side of the camera. Y'all should have seen me, nigga. I was so turned. I was like, nigga, get his ass. Let's go. Don't shy away from nothing. Get in there. You know? I'm that dude. When you sit down with me, all love, and I'm not going to ever be respectful to nobody that I'm talking to, getting down with, because at the end of it is for the growth of the game. You know what I mean? And I feel like Mike understands that, and Mike really did his thing. You know what I mean? And we got some big shit coming up, and I was able to really sit back there and concentrate on the angles. You know what I mean? And picking the location. I'm like, man, like, I want this shit to be some bossed up shit. I went and found the cigar lounge, and like I just want to keep pushing it to the level. You feel me?
Now let me ask you this. Was this random that y'all went into the cigar lounge and set up shop, or did you have to holler at management?
Yes, I had to talk to the owner. Fuck management.
Okay.
The manager was, so what ended up happening was I went to the cigar lounge with one of my homeboys for his birthday. Yeah. And right when I walked in, I said, oh, this is it. Like, I need this. You know what I mean? I need to set up shop. Like, I need this. Right. So as soon as I walked in, I'm taking video clips and sending it to Mike, you know what I mean? Yeah. And sending it to Rich, like, man, I got a spot and we got to do it, because we had already been talking about it, but I was like, let's hold off, because Rich hasn't been in the game, but Rich has made so much noise in so many different ways in the game that it needed to have a look to go along with the drive and the movement that he got going now. It's like I got some bar locations, I got some regular shit that we could do, but I want this shit to look bossed up. You know what I mean? Like, definitely. I want the young OG and the OG to really sit down and really be able to, like, be on some boss shit. So that was the perfect location for that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm gonna keep look for these different locations depending on who it is that we talking to. You know what I mean? Because I want the situation to match who's sitting there. You know what I mean? When you see Georgia, you seen that backyard flames coming up, nigga, and you seen that water and you was like, this is the dog game, nigga. What? Like, niggas really out here able to do it like this? Like, it was just interesting. You know what I mean? Like, when I walk through that nigga's doors and I just see the big ass Rolls Royce, and I'm like, God damn, this is all off of dogs. You know what I mean? Like, I love taking my son over there, just knowing that this shit is possible for you to get this off of dogs. You feel me? And that's what George's was about. So when I seen the cigar lounge, I'm like, I know Mike don't smoke, but I know Rich smokes. You know what I mean? So this is gonna play. I know he can't really smoke his weed, so I want him to feel comfortable. This is more of a comfort thing for everybody I'm doing this with. You know, I want each and every person to sitting down, like, to feel like they're at home, because that's how you're gonna get the best out of them.
Yeah, the comfortability for sure. So with that being said, is that one thing that plays in your mind? Location, location, location.
Yeah, man, I got to do the location scouting. You know what I mean? Because I got the look down. You know what I mean? But now I'm about to start hitting them with the commercial breaks and the sponsors, and you know what I mean? Like, it's getting to that level, like, to where I want it to really feel like you watching something on actual television type shit. You know? Yeah. I ain't letting up. You know what I mean? And I love the respect that I get from everybody that's doing this in the dog game, because as soon as this shit's happening, like, all it is love. You know what I mean? And like, we're doing this for the dog game, man. Like, you killing the shit. Like, keep doing it, keep driving at it. But now it's like, it's time to make it make sense on my end, because my lady and my family see me going out and doing this shit all the time, and it's like, but what it like. And I'm like, babe, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, this is where it's at for us. You know what I mean? So, and behind the scenes, she don't, you know, she got to take care of the kids and shit. So she wasn't really able to make it to the other ones, but that one she's seen it and she's like, I get it. You know? So just hearing that from her, it was drive to just keep going, you know? And
so how is your support system? Because this is time consuming.
And it's time consuming, and the best thing that I could tell anybody that's looking into it is you got to involve the family. If you don't involve the family, you're gonna find a split, and it's gonna be hard to come back from that. And that it don't matter what it is. It don't have to be being behind the camera. It don't have to be being a dog breeder. Anything that you love outside of your family, if you don't involve your family, you're gonna find a split there. You're gonna get more time doing what you love if you involve them a little. You know what I mean? So I gave her a little job. Sometimes when I'm running around at these dog shows and can't get to the phone, you fucking with bitches doing this, like, ain't no way you wasn't. And then she comes to a dog show and it's like, oh, you really can't pick up. Like, you really is like in here with 2-3 cameras, like, you know what I mean? Like, really running around and, you know, shaking hands, kissing. And then it's harder now because, like, niggas know me, you know what I mean? So now it's like, I want to, you know, come and conversate too. Like, I'm at the dog show to have fun, but at the same time, I got a job to get done. So that's another thing that, you know, she had to understand. So by coming to some of the shows, she gets to do that.
Man, I know how it is going to them shows, man, and you just stretched in all directions, bro. So I salute you for wanting to really, you know, engage with your supporters, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to shoot videos with you. They want you to shoot videos of their dogs, bro. So whenever you go to these high-end shows, like, how do you balance all that out? It's not put together a camera crew, right?
Yeah. So now with the team, it's making it a lot easier. But for the most part, that's a difficult task because everybody wants Anthony Smith there. You know what I mean? So that's another reason why I kind of laid back on the me being out there and trying to push the brand and the exotic. They know whoever's they're gonna get the same quality from whatever's going on, because higher the exotic network, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? It's quality and high end bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
P, what's happening? I see you in here.
Nah, man, it's definitely going down, man. This is the Bully Breakfast Club. I got my guy Anthony Smith with the Exotic Network on the Bully Breakfast Club this morning, man. Hottest morning dog show in the world right here, man. Straight up. So, okay, man. One thing that we started, man, was the Bully Breakfast Club, man. Unique came up with this this plan, bro. This, you know, he wanted to do something important on an educational tip.
Right.
And we just want to sit back and really engage with a lot of people on educating them when it comes to these dogs, bro.
Right.
So
have you guys tapped in quick? Have you guys tapped in with Angel, Double Muscle Line Bulls, Breeders Hacks?
Yeah.
Man, that's my guy right there, man. We got a online.
Man, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I jumped in his inbox and I'm talking to Playmat. I'm like, man, listen, I feel like we should get him on here, bro, because it's gonna be something different. I've never seen him really go live like that.
Yeah.
You know, he spit some real informational knowledge.
Man.
You know, and it's like if people really pay attention and really listen, it's like, all right, well, fine. He actually know what he's talking about. And I'm not questioning anything that he says. But it's like I told Playmat, man, I reached out to him like 2 weeks ago. And he finally wrote back. I was like, yo, Playmat, I think I got him. I think I got him. And I salute to it, man. I appreciate him, you know what I'm saying, responding back. Because I know he could be very busy, especially in the line that he does, you feel me? So like for him to even agree to it, you know, salutes, you know, and we appreciate it because that's what we really try to do is just give off, you know, the best knowledge that there is, you know, people can interact and ask questions. You know, it's like a way of giving back to the community. It's like what we never had coming into the game.
Yeah. That's what it's about. I appreciate and love y'all bringing me on, man, and reaching out to me. It was no way that I wasn't getting my ass up.
Nah,
Club.
that's the thing I wanted.
Club tapping in. Let's go.
Whenever I reached out to you, it was instant. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I'm pretty sure you scanned like, all right, what is he talking about and stuff like that. But just you know, the how instant it was, man. You was ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up a little last night. I'm like, man, if you can even make a cool little flyer or whatever, you know, that's one thing that we've been trying to put together ourselves because this is a platform that's gaining a bigger motion each and every day, bro. So you know, I was gonna ask you, bro, like, what type of pointers and tips do you not got only for us, but people that are pursuing to do podcast or any type of, you know, shows? What type of pointers do you have for them or tips on how to get started?
The first thing that I gotta say is don't give up. You know what I mean? The biggest thing that you got going is consistency and just continuing to go off of your heart and your drive and what you feel, because it might not be something that's aligned for everybody. You know what I mean? Like if I would have started the exotic 5 years ago, who's to know where we would be right now? You know what I mean? But I listened to people around me that didn't really understand the vision and was kind of knocking it down. You know what I mean? And I'm like, this ain't something that I'm trying to do that's revolutionary. This is something that's going on in every other industry besides ours right now. And it's on the way. You know what I mean? So that would be the first thing. The second thing is don't try and do everything. You know what I mean? Like hook up with some good people that you got around you, assign some jobs and and trust them in doing that until they fail you and show you that they can't, because it's going to be too hard for you to do it solo, even if it's 2 of you guys. You know what I mean? Like if y'all got a plan and a vision, make sure you guys align somewhat the same vision and then move forward. You know what I mean? And then everything else, consistency and promo. You know what I mean? Don't like you guys, like I love you guys' flyer because you guys didn't let the professionalism stop you. You know what I mean? You like, man, we're gonna figure this out. Like if this is all we got, we're gonna run with it. You know what I mean? Until the shit gets better. That's what it is. And I feel like that was the same thing with me. It's like I wasn't taking no for an answer. I was just figuring it out. You know what I mean? It's too much free knowledge out there and free game that they giving on these platforms. This platform right here, you know what I mean? YouTube, there's Ustream, there's all kinds of free knowledge that you can get. So there's no excuse no more. You know what I mean? It's just about being consistent and not being afraid. You know what I mean?
Got to put in that work, man. You got to let them know like it's here to stay. I like that, bro. That's just something with me, myself. You know, me and Unique chop it up every day, man. You know, I just try to continue to think, and we put our minds together on how are we gonna make this big. We got the dog community rocking with us so strong, bro. And one thing that I really wanted to do, which a lot of people are are not really successful in is bringing all flavors out. You know what I'm saying? Not it's so more just being this particular crowd of people. Like I want all people to feel comfortable to get on here, chop it up with us. No question is a dumb question. You know what I'm saying? Just really get engaging with people, knowing that this is the platform for that. This is not a drama environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No type of negative atmosphere at all. So one thing, you know, that me and bro really push is just the professionalism. But with me, like I chop it up with the Wolf Pit. Shout out to the Wolf Pit, man. I am a member out of that group, and we put a lot of pressure into the game, man. But one thing that I chop it up with my fellow members is presentation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And one thing that I really want to capitalize on and perfect when it comes to not just this, because we got a few different platforms that we throw, you know what I'm saying? And getting booked for shows, I feel like the presentation just needs to be switched up all the time and just push. So that's what I'm at with it, bro. So again, you know what I'm saying? Like I asked, man, if you could make some type of flyer so it won't just be what they usually see every day. And it was bomb, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
And one thing that I just want to know, like, you know,
I had to whip that. At my son's soccer practice.
But it was cool though. It was real.
I wanted to go in harder, but I was like, damn, I only got so much time. Let me try and, you know what I mean? Do what I can do real quick.
Bro.
I appreciate it.
And I'm definitely gonna be one of the ones in the DM trying to learn, like, how can I help me, educate me, teach me on how to make my presentation just too hard. Because I've been like, I make videos, I do my own edits all off the iPhone, but I know I'm one of many that are gonna ask this question, like, when it comes to certain products or certain cameras or certain brands, certain softwares, what do you feel like is the best, like, starter kit for that? Let's just say no pictures, just straight videos.
So straight video is gonna be what you got in your hand, your phone. You know what I mean? Like TikTok has taken the game to a whole nother level and applied so much pressure that they've really made it. My man Dustin of Pure Quality Media, my nigga, his first stuff that had him traveling all around the United States was off an iPad. And an iPad is what? A phone.
Yeah.
He was literally from state to state shooting shows on an iPad. The quality looked good, but the edits were done on an iPad and they were crazy as fuck. Yeah. So for me to start off and really get that consistency is use what you got. Because don't go out and blow the bag on something that you are, it's going to be collecting dust in a couple months. You already got the phone, use it. Stay consistent with the phone for a month, 60 days, and after that, I'm Sony gang. You know what I mean? Go grab you a little Sony. And while you're shooting on that, start getting the knowledge of these mirrorless cameras so you can know how to use them. Because on the video side, you'll be a fool to not learn the photo side. You know what I mean? It's like having a Hellcat and never using the red key. You feel me? You're gonna use that motherfucker, you know? Flip that switch and take some photos at the same time, because you getting the best out of both worlds. You getting a photo camera, but it also does video extremely well as well. Okay. So if you're more into the video, then start off with the video, but know the photos there, because at the same time, you're gonna need a thumbnail. You know what I mean? And even if that's the only thing that you use it for is a fire thumbnail, now you got a fire thumbnail rather than trying to take a screenshot from video, which is never going to look good as a photo. You feel me? So use what you got. But after that, jump up to those DSLRs and don't be afraid to spin the bag. It costs it. You got to pay to play. You know what I mean? And the only thing that you're going to do by buying a cheap ass camera is
limit yourself.
Yeah, bro. And you will be amazed at what you can get for a band. You know what I mean? You spend $1,000 on pretty much nothing. Software that I'm editing on a daily basis, my daily driver, I'm on a Mac. It's 3-4 Macs around here, like in the studio. But on a Mac, and we use Final Cut.
Okay.
So
let me ask you about what about CapCut in the iPhone? Have you
Mando.
Okay.
Anytime that I'm on the go and I already have, because we have a NAS system, and what the NAS is it allows the guys to be able to upload footage and me to be able to grab the footage from wherever I'm at.
Yes.
So if I gotta put it together real quick, I'll just jump on the NAS, grab the stuff, go to my phone, and I'm in CapCut chopping.
Yep.
And that's the main apps that I was talking about. That CapCut. What's the other one?
I use CapCut. I've made a lot of videos off of CapCut. I've used even Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And made a lot of nice videos off of Instagram myself.
CapCut, InShot, but all of these programs are just tools. You know what I mean? And you're gonna see some shit that you didn't even think could be done on there. So do your research, and once you decide on whatever the program is that you're gonna use, indulge in that. Just dig in. Just learn as much as you can, because it's a nigga that's really out there that's really taking that program to the next level. And it was crazy when I met Dustin, because he's doing some crazy ass edits, and I didn't even think the shit was possible. And then he's doing it on an iPad, and I'm like, what? And the way
Right.
that AI and the shit's moving, it's making it way easier to get these edits done. So it ain't gonna take long. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna take long for a nigga to get good that really want to get good.
Right. You got a lot of people in the comments that were asking about just camera qualities and shit like that. So I just had to ask. We got a lot of people engaging, bro.
Yeah, Mando.
Let me see. I think I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah, iMovie is cool.
DSLR. I ain't gonna lie, that DSLR, you need that.
Yeah.
You need that.
Real quick, from Pandemic_Bully, she asked, what is a quality video program would you recommend?
The only one that I recommend is the one that I use, either InShot on the phone or Final Cut on the computer. If you on a PC, industry standard is going to be Adobe Premiere, but Adobe Premiere is a little bit trickier to really. Adobe Premiere make a nigga not want to edit. You know what I mean? Like the fun shit that you can get in real quick, get in and get out. Like Adobe Premiere is more serious. It's gonna get the job done, and that's gonna be like an industry standard. Like no matter where you go, people are gonna know Adobe Premiere. That's what they use it when they're making movies and shit like that. But it's a lot more to get into that.
Another question from Matt. What was it? I just seen it. I can't see it no more. But she said, would you ever think about having a class where you teaching people how to use the camera to get these, these angles and just certain views that are being asked for from the game? Because I know with the dogs itself, like a lot of people, you want the front view with the rear somewhat visible, a little bit of the side shot, you know what I'm saying? So have you ever thought about teaching a class?
We're working on it right now. The class is gonna be dropping, and after me going there to NYC with Angel, he got me so stoked on the educational side, bruh. Like just seeing Angel, it was dope, man. It was dope being out there with Angel. So as soon as I got back, I the squad's head. I'm like, we got to put together some behind the scenes shit. We got some new shit coming. I just picked up a little 360 camera, so you're gonna start seeing like dog show videos in 360, so you can see everything. You know what I mean? You can spin the camera around and really see what's going on. It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more raw clips. Because I want you to feel like you there. I want you to feel like you walking through the show. You know what I mean? You want to stop and you want to spin around and see what's going on in the ring, be able to see what's going on in the ring. When you want to look over to the left and see what booth is right there, you're able to see it. So we just grabbed one of those and just trying to reintroduce that to the market, because I was super early on that, like 2018, and ran through a show, but the quality wasn't there because it's a little bit darker in some of these dog shows. So I had to wait for the camera systems to kind of catch up to what I was trying to do at the time. So finally, the shit's there. So we're going to be dropping some of that. But the educational stuff is going to be on the way. I promise y'all that. We're planning on doing a photography course and a videography course, but both of them, you know what I mean? And I got my boy Dustin Quality coming in, and he's going to be teaching off that. So that's the camera system that most people have when they can jump into the game is their phone. So
Right.
I want him to go through some of his edits and some of the things that he does, because the way that you shoot a dog isn't the way that you shoot something else. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the thing that a lot of people fuck up on when they get these videographers to shoot the shows that shoot music videos. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know shit about the dogs. Like, your video, like, I done been all around the world and the same thing happens. No matter if you get a videographer or a photographer that has never shot dogs, you're not going to be happy with the results when you get them back, because they just don't know. You know what I mean? You can't be mad. The shit going to be pretty as fuck. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be a nice, clear image, but it's not going to be what the fuck you want it to be.
Right. So what do you feel like, all right, this is what it has to be? Like, give us that, like that vision of what you feel like, nah, you did your thing. I like this.
You got to put the dogs first. You got to put the dogs first. And that's what I liked about Dustin was his clarity wasn't all the way there, but the dogs looked great in every shot. And then even when the dogs didn't look great, he knew it. So he threw an effect around it to make it, you was more stoked around like the visual effects that he was putting on what you was watching. So it got past that dog and you never really, you know what I mean, seeing the dog the way that he really needed to be. He did his shit, you know? And that was what I was looking for is somebody that was really out there and knew the dogs as well as I know the dogs and was trying to learn the camera shit. And once I hooked up with him, he just, you know, he been showing me and I've been showing him. Like, his editing skills was beyond my editing skills and my camera skills was beyond his. So hooking up with him was one of like my little, you know, secret weapons.
No,
and that's probably somebody that you guys want to have on here. But when it comes down to going to the shows and the look, like, you want to get the breeder excited to see they dog. When a nigga see they dog all day, every day, and then they see what you captured, and they like, whoa, nigga, that's it. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, that's what gets you excited. Yeah, that's what takes you to the next level and makes you want to keep doing the shit, because the world is gonna love it. You know what I mean? But when you get the person that sees they dog every day, you know what I mean? It puts a whole different twist on it.
Now, for real, a whole different
dynamic, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, just a whole different capture. The reaction that's like, I know what you're saying. Like, even like if you cut out for a couple days and come back, you just see a whole new dog. You know what I'm saying? It's the same, so I know exactly what you're saying. So I got another question for you from the comments. A person said, what lens do you recommend and why?
The lens I recommend for most shooting, you want to get something, if you're just getting into the game, get you like a 24-70, because you want to get something that has versatility. You don't want to be stuck somewhere. You want to be able to get certain angles that if you want the best quality, you want to go with a prime. My prime that I take everywhere with me is a 35 mil 1.4 by Sigma. That's my number one lens. That lens has been everywhere with me and don't leave the camera bag. But for somebody who's new jumping into the game, get you something with versatility, get you a 24-70, and you're going to be able to pretty much cover everything with that lens.
Hell yeah, bro. You put me up on game. I seen somebody in the comments said, what's a you said DSLR?
Yeah, DSLR.
Yeah, DSLR.
Now everything is switching over to mirrorless. So DSLRs they're kind of dying. You know what I mean? Everything is going mirrorless. The thing with the mirrorless cameras is you can do a lot more with them. They don't get as hot. The DSLRs are basically a mirror on mirror. So what you're seeing is a mirrored image. What you're seeing on a mirrorless camera is a digital image. So the guessing is taken out. What you see behind that monitor, that lens, is what you're going to capture.
Right.
On a DSLR, it's not that. You know what I mean? Especially when you're taking a picture on a DSLR, it's not that. Like, you're going to look, and whatever settings you put into the camera, whatever you got your ISO, your aperture, your shutter speed at, you guessing, and then you get close to the image that you want. On a mirrorless camera, whatever you see, that's not about what you're going to get. and then you just take that into your editing software and, you know, do your little tweaks or whatnot. And I feel like the editing is like the breeding. Niggas got their own little sauce and their own little twist that they like to put on their shit. And that's what makes everybody different. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like I could tell somebody like Dustin, he lived over here, nigga, for a month. Like, didn't leave. Like, you know what I mean? He's here. But his videos, he's only going to be able to capture the knowledge that's going to take him to where he wants to go, because this is like painting a painting. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to paint the same painting that I'm painting.
Right.
Because it's coming out of your head. That's why I had no problem with somebody coming over here. It's like, nigga, you can see everything that's in here. Ain't no secrets. You can buy everything I got. But you got to get it. Yeah. You gotta have what you like.
Mention that you gotta have the eye for it. Not every eye is the same, man. So that's like, hey, I definitely appreciate the knowledge, bro. I got another personal question, man. If you were able to shoot anybody in the game coming up right now, like, who would it be? Who would you really want to work with?
Man, I gotta put the squad out there. You know what I mean? Pushing P Bullies, man, I gotta get her ass over here and get her to pull up with her little stuff so we can knock that out. We on the same damn squad and she be running like she ain't got no heat over there.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Pushing P, man.
It's a lot of dogs out there, man. It's a lot of dogs and a lot of breeders, a lot of young cats. Yard Down, I want to do some stuff with Yard Down. Got some stuff lined up coming in here soon. The young breeder that I met out in New York when I was out there, my man No Day, he was super cool. Just anybody that's ready to work, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pull up if you really got that heat and you're ready to work and you feel like you're ready to put your out there. This is over everything. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like they could come and do one video or do one photo shoot and that's gonna take them to the moon. But that ain't it. You know what I mean? You gotta stay consistent with it. But at the same time as being consistent, you gotta know how to be consistent, because in this dog game, all it takes is one bad shot or one bad angle of your dog and the internet is gonna motherfucking run with it.
I swear.
Like a track star.
Gone. So make sure that you do it, no matter if it's on the iPhone or you got your little cousin that's shooting it. Like, it's still up to you to post it. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody knows shit but you.
I know because nowadays it's like this. As soon as you take a picture, you going to the next person like, you think this is a good picture to post right here, bro? So I know exactly what you're saying. Like, I'd have been beat up for videos and stuff like that. So it's definitely crucial that y'all pay attention to what y'all upload, because once you put it out in the world,
it's over.
It's going down. You feel
me? Like flies.
There ain't no limits. I got a question from Exotic Cartel Kennels. He says, who's your favorite dog outside of TBC?
Man, I'm a Bape fan. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, so you like Phantom?
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of that, you know what I mean?
One of the dogs in our camp, man. Shout out to the bully breed. I got a real quick. I know you said you can pull up. Are you accessible like that if we are in California?
Endo, man, y'all, I would love to have out here
okay,
on the Exotic Network, man. Sit y'all down and let the team grill y'all up.
Yeah, man. Okay, what about as far as like, do you travel to put in work?
Oh yeah, man.
Could we book you to come shoot, video shoot?
On a week-to-week basis, this is all I do. You know what I mean? Like, this is the dog shit is all I do. So I'm constantly traveling and on the road, because we all know that in this dog game, you got to be everywhere. You know, you gotta continue to move. And it's always a new breeder, a bigger show, a second anniversary, third anniversary of these shows that's going around right now. So most definitely we go.
Have you made an appearance at the Rumble in the Jungle?
Yes, I was just at the last Rumble. I had to do it.
That's one of my
in that thing.
My favorite shows. Tell me what it's like, man. doing your thing at the Bully Expo, bro?
So the Bully Expo is home to me, and that was the very first show that I started off at, and that was the very first show that I got my shine at. And I still feel like, still to this day, you don't see more quality dogs in one building at one time than at the West Coast Bully Expo. And if you really about this shit, like, that's the show that you got to be at. That's the show that you want to show your dogs at. And no matter what that ticket price is, I know George was playing games and went up to the hundo on this last one, and we just had like a full-fledged like breakdown on some things, but I'm gonna let him, bring that to the of how shit's about to change and how shit's about to switch up. But it's hard to do that 5-6 years straight.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like the breeders know, and the breeders come with it when they come to that show. And when you could go 4 booths, 5 booths in a row and just see straight quality heat on the back row, nigga, you're not ringside. You're on the back row and you still seeing fight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, when I met Westmount the first time, I want to say it was Bully Expo 2, and they was on the back row with some heat, and he was like, man, tat it down, you know what I mean? Like, fuck with me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was funny because the next time I seen Rich was walking out of George's gates after doing a breeding.
Okay.
And he was like, bro, I told you I was going to see you again. Like, we meeting again. Like, let's work, And he just been working ever since. So for me to be able to see the progression of some of these breeders, Cass and Crush Kennels, seeing the progression of these guys, you know what I mean? And seeing where they started off and like where they going now and what they have done and been able to change, and they movement that they've been able to create is dope. And be able to capture that, because I'm telling you, there's nobody in the world that has more dog footage than me. Nigga, I got 20 terabytes of dog footage from 2017 till now, and I can't keep saying it. Nigga, I don't throw nothing away. I'm the dude that nigga tap in with, like, when they dog unfortunately passes away or something happens, because I don't throw nothing away. So they like, bro, you got my dog at this show. Like, if you got this footage, like, could I do da-da-da-da-da? And it's like, most definitely, I got you. You know what I mean? Let me dig that out for you.
Yeah. So we had our 3-minute warning, bro, before the show is over, man. It's been a pleasure to have you on this morning. Real quick, man, what advice do you have to give the young producers?
Man, and you stay consistent. Follow your eye, your vision. Don't let nobody stop you. If you're feeling it, try it. You know what I mean? It's throwing a dart at a wall, and sometimes that dart don't stick all the time. But if you keep throwing that closer and closer to that bullseye, and you're gonna eventually hit. And I feel like that's what it is, like, if you have too many people in your circle, you got too many people that can lead you in a different direction. You know what I mean? Because you letting too many opinions in. You need to keep one of the close homies that's really gonna keep it real. And that's why George loves me, because I'm one of the only niggas that's gonna tell George, nigga, that's bullshit. Like, nigga, no, that's trash. You know what I mean? Like, what you think about this, nigga? Garbage. You need somebody like me in your circle. You know what I mean? So if you can't find a bunch of yes men. So if you got a bunch of yes men in your circle, you need to get them niggas on. You know what I mean? And not saying that they not your homie. Not saying they just know how great you need somebody to be able to battle your greatness at times. And no matter if that's your woman, if that's your homeboy, if that's your cousin, if that's your brother, it don't matter. He don't even have to be in the dog game, in the photography game, in the videography game. But if it's somebody that can look at your work, because a lot of times you need somebody who can just give you a clean aspect that don't look right. You know what I mean? Like, I throw videos to my lady because she don't know dogs like that. So when she points something out, 9 times out of 10, she right, because she don't know what she's looking at. So if it's weird to her, somebody with a normal eye, then I need to switch it.
Appreciate that, bro. This has been another episode of the Bully Breakfast Club. Shout out to my dog, Anthony, with the exotic movement, man. Let them know what the exotic
network, baby.
Before you sign out, man, let them know where to find you at, bro.
Man, go over to the Exotic Network, man, on everything possible, man. Make sure you guys are following the team, man. We got Pushing P, we got Zay Press Play, we got Hustle the Frenchie, we got Foliard, It's not just me, man. Man, y'all better tap in with my boy Your Quality Media. Everybody thinks he works for the Exotic Network. He got his own thing, but we just so tight that he's a part of the team without being a part of the team.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody check everybody out, man, because we really out here. We really trying to change the game and make this dog go to the level.
Straight up, man. This has been a great episode, bro. I really appreciate you jumping on
I
here.
really appreciate
I
it.
love my bro. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. The Bully Breakfast Club, where you come and get your plate at. Make sure that y'all tune in every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yes, sir. It's Bam with Playman Kennels and my dog, UniqueBullies, man. We run the hottest morning dog show. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Again, shout out to the Exotic Network. It's up there. Let's eat.
Let's